Hello, Taurus. Welcome, my friends, to your weekly reading. To see it's different, I set the camera over there. Did you notice? I made a little change. A change is like a vacay, they say. So, I always had trouble getting like me and the table in, and then I changed some angles here. And I had some success. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So, Taurus. Oh, yes. We are doing, this week is what's coming towards you. I'm bringing, oh, this is so cute. Fairy spotting. See, I can't get as close now. The camera's further away. I can't get as close. As close as you're going to get it now. Fairy spotting is at the bottom here, but I'm still shuffling. So I'm using my Oracles of Fairy deck, and I'm giving a shout out this week in each reading because she's inspired me to get these because she's used them so much on her channel, and I adore these cards. That's San Tarot. S-A-N Tarot. If you haven't checked her out, please do. Her readings are beautiful. They're amazing. And the Good Tarot, we're using that deck. And we're using the Light Seers Tarot. Ooh, look at that. The Light Seers Tarot. So let's get started. We're going to start with the Oracle of the Fairies. Taurus. See, now people can see, because some, not many, just the odd one. I can't see what you're doing. I think you already have the cards out. You have Flourish. The Lotus Flower Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Here you go. So that's going to sit at the head of your reading here. Flourish. That's what's coming towards you. That's pretty nice. Looks like a little bit of an internal growth, internal exploration. With this lotus flower, that always makes me feel like something new is kind of being rebirthed from your the emotional part of yourself. Oh, and look at this. See, the bottom of this Oracle of Fairies deck is hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we become free. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, this feels like a lot of reflection here. Some sort of reflection to bring clarity towards you. I'm really getting the energy of water in this reading for you. I'm really getting the energy of water. Interesting though. I split it and I get the King of Air and the Page of Earth. Let's see. Taurus. See? You have the Eight of Air, or like the Eight of Swords. I don't know, I don't read these cards, the Good Tarot, not quite like I would read a regular tarot deck. The Four of Fire, or Wands. The Seven of Fire, or Wands. And then the Ten of Fire. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire here. What an interesting... Number 6, love. Love is at the bottom, but gosh, it reminds me of the Strength card. But the Strength is like number 8. Lovers. Like the Lovers, but no, yeah. But it's like a love, an internal love here. There's so much Leo energy in here. It's quite interesting, isn't that? There's so much Leo energy. If you caught that, like, as well as she's resting on a lion, but there's 2 lions on either side of the pillars there also. This is really an exploration of deep internal love, I'm getting. This is really a deep internal love going on here. With this Eight of Air, it feels so much like you are kind of observing yourself from a higher perspective. You are really observing yourself from a higher perspective here. Things almost feel like out of touch, out of reach. This is interesting. I think some of you are going to be experiencing either some memories that are going to be unlocked by things happening in your life that are going to trigger these to be unlocked. And when I say memories, these feel like almost like past life memories. Like this is a very, gosh, it's almost like an out-of-body experience to me. The way she's floating above, and she feels a little bit lost in this. Like, whoa, wait a second, why am I on a cloud? But it's also a very euphoric feeling. This is coming from within. There's something within you that needs to be discovered, and this is like the timing. This is it right now. The Four of Fire and the Seven of Fire. I'm really being drawn to this unicorn too, standing on the edge, like getting this higher perspective, being sort of elevated here. This fairy sitting on the Four of Fire is playing her flute. Something is calling you in. This is almost like a calling. Something is calling you in here. I feel like you've missed, not that you've missed the calling, you haven't been hearing the signals or the signs for this calling. And this is almost another way somehow for the universe or spirit to connect with you. I really feel it's going to be awfully important to pay attention to your dreams, to your fantasies, to just, you know, your mind kind of wandering off if you're in the middle of doing something and you've been focused for so long, you know, you just need to take a break and you look out the window and like as soon as you sort of release your grasp on what it is you're doing day to day, whether that's, you know, just before you're falling asleep or just when you've woken up from sleeping, and your mind isn't clogged with all of the everyday things that get in there. Something is going to come in for you. Learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life. Yeah, this is really interesting. And something hidden is about to come to light. Wow. And again, getting the rest, I really feel like this might be coming through in the dream. And it's funny, I'm getting not so much the dream, but I'm really feeling like it's that moment just before you fall asleep or just when you wake up. Almost when you're most open to receiving any sort of a message. So there she is. It's such an unusual card. For number 6, for what would be like the Lovers, but it's just love. Now this 10 of Fire, I really feel strongly whatever comes in for you, whatever you kind of realize about yourself here, is some kind of hidden memory, a past experience, and it may not even be from this lifetime. And I kind of feel, you know, when something like that happens, it's almost like a bit of a eureka. Getting it now, understanding something that you may have been trying to work through and you couldn't get the answer for it. You couldn't figure it out. You couldn't understand it. You didn't know which way to go. And then just all of a sudden you do. And it's not like you have this memory, oh, this is what happened to me in a past life and I handled it this way and this is what the outcome was. And it's more just this, oh, now I understand what I should do or what's going on here, what the situation is. Because you've recaptured this experience, but it's more on a feeling level. Because it's not conscious, it's not something that this mind has experienced in this lifetime. It's like the soul. The soul is, your soul is speaking to you. Your soul is trying to speak to you here. And this 10 of Fire, I feel like it's going to become quite easy. Because it's like the 10 of Wands. And she's burning up all of these past ideas, past beliefs. It's going to become easy to do that. It's going to become easy to rid yourself of certain burdens, certain types of baggage that you've kind of collected along the way. I'm going to pull a, the message is pretty clear, but I am going to go into the Light Seers Tarot and just get a few cards under each one of these here and see what else comes out. It's interesting, a very interesting message. This is going to allow you to flourish. I really get that. Like, because this is the first card that came out. This is what it's really all about. This is really, you're going to really flourish once you go through this experience and you understand what it is and you're able to burn up this past, almost like a past belief system. It's like a belief system that you may have started to create in this lifetime. But it's not your true. It's not the truth to you, who you are, who you're meant to be, or what you're meant to explore and become now in here. And you were on that path in past lives. You were developing skills, and it's like a push and pull. I always imagine like this push and pull of past lives and existence. And what did you pull towards you, and what did you push away in other lifetimes? And then, you know, you just feel like naturally pulled towards something, or you just, oh no, that doesn't feel right. You know, that's kind of that instinct that's been established from push and pull in all these lifetimes. And now you're here and it's like you're in something and it's almost like, do I push? Do I pull? Do I push? Do I pull? And you haven't been able to really figure it out. Why? Because I feel like you know. I feel like your deeper self knows what you should be doing. But perhaps it can't get through. There might be, like, maybe you just have a lot going on, or have had a lot going on in your very three-dimensional life right now. Whether it's work, home, family, creative like just things that you're doing right here, right now, Taurus. And that has sort of put like this little tiny temporary block here for what seems fairly significant to you, though. This seems significant that, I mean, it's coming through in a message. Let's see what we get here. I'm going to put a card underneath each one of these. Oh, I like the message is coming in with that love card right now. It's been a long time since I've had this message come in. So the way she's sleeping here with the lion and the strength, I'm really getting the message, the strongest things that we do in life, the most difficult things, the things that may seem the most heroic are the things that we do often alone. Like, those are the most difficult things, because you're facing just yourself and just your situation in a really raw, organic way. And this is sort of this, you are your strongest self, really, at this point, just before you fall asleep or just before you wake up, at least in this cycle, what's coming towards you. Let's see what we get here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. This is so cool. Oh, you can look at that. You can see it a little bit. Okay, I'm going to show you what came out with what. And I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what it's telling me. So we got so it's like the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. It's interesting. And then we have the 5 of Cups with the 4 of Wands. And then we have the 8 of Wands with the 7 of Wands. And then we have the 4 of Wands with the 10 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands is out here again. Okay, so what I see here, your concept of celebration, your concept of happiness, your concept of partnerships, whether friendship, romantic, family, however that resonates for you, is about to take a big turn. And it's going to do that because look at this. Look at this. 5 of Cups is disappointment, a lost opportunity. It hasn't worked out. Feeling really sad and sort of melancholy about it. And the 4 of Fire, the 4 of Wands, it's typically about that. Like this celebration in partnerships, celebration with others. So there's disappointment. It's like the focus of this disappointment, the focusing on this disappointment, whatever this disappointment is to you, it is connected with at least one other person or a group of people. This is like the universe's way of trying to communicate to you that this celebration, this concept and idea of celebration is very, very mutable. It only seems like, well, this is the only way to have this celebration. This is the only way to have this happiness because this is how I know it in my 3-dimensional world right now in this lifetime. It's like a breakthrough to realize how many different ways you can find this celebration. And boy, it's going to come in like, look at that. Look at that. Like the 8 of Wands. This is really coming in. This is going to ignite you. If you've been sitting in like something is feeling stale or stagnant, it's just disappointing, you can't seem to push through it. Look at this, by burning. See, now what I find so intriguing here is now we get this 4 of Wands and it's sitting under this 10 of Wands. So I was talking about these concepts, this belief system that's going to get burned up. It's going to be easy to do. It's going to be easy to do. And then you have, it's because what's sitting under here is, yes, that 4 of Wands again, that happiness, that celebration, that joyful opportunity with another person or with others, making magic. This 4 of Wands is a much more active card than this one. This one is just sitting here, and they're also sitting on their own singing a song, like they're trying to call something in or something's trying to be called to you. But in this one, in the completion at the end, after the 10, there is actually 2 people in the card, and it is happy and it is celebration. You know, she's got, oh, what's just her with that? So there's, like, they're playing music. The other girl is moving her arms, and it's almost as if she's, it just kind of feels magical, to be honest. Like it feels like, and it feels like movement again. Like this 8 of Wands comes in and it gives you movement again. It gives you freedom to express. Like get that tambourine going. It's just playing your own song again, moving to your own beat. Oh, I like this. I feel like, yeah, really being uplifted. Man, the bottom is the 9 of Swords. Like it's keeping you up at night. You can't work your way through this. Something is coming in. Something is coming in somehow for you. I think for many of you, it feels like it's sort of coming in that state of between awake and sleep, at whichever end of the sleep cycle that is. Others of you, this could be an actual message from like another 3-dimensional being here who messages you, or you're just having a conversation with someone and it just, that's the trigger. Now you get it, like, oh, now I know. Now I know how to find where to go. Like that, I have this in so many different ways. It's not just in this parameter. It can expand and be many different things. Oh, let's see. Is there any more clarifiers? Let's look at the love card. I want to look at that love card. I'm so intrigued by it in this deck. The love card, the love card. The love card for Taurus. All this Leo energy, tons of Leo. Ooh, yeah. You get the High Priestess and the 8 of Cups. It is like an exploration in your sleep, in your conscious, your subconscious mind to get the answer from what you don't know. To get the answer. And I don't feel like it's the kind of answer. I think a lot of times people, when they think they need an answer, they need it in some sort of explanation. It needs to be worded like this, or I need, yeah, like it's not a word. It somehow comes through in an emotion or a feeling that's brought up from something that you've experienced in the past, in a past life, and it's almost like you're grabbing at this soul recollection. I think you've done this before even. I think you've done this before. Yeah, I'm getting you've done this before. This is kind of a little karmic lesson for you. And I think people get like really worried when you say karmic, like everything is karmic, because karma is energy to me, and that's the in and out of this energy that we, you know, bring towards us and put out. So energetically, perhaps you got stuck in this lesson in the past and it's here again now. I really feel like though you're going to have success. And when that happens, you don't go through this again. Like in your next lifetime, you've already surmounted that little plateau on the mountain of lifetimes, right? So you've gone past that plateau. That's what that feels like to me. So this is kind of exciting. This is moving towards an opportunity to clear a karmic lesson, a karmic hurt that you've had in past lifetimes, and here's the time for you now. And it's coming in very strong. And I think because you're open to this, you're more open to the concept of this. Let's do the Four of Wands at the end here. The Four of Wands at the end for Taurus. The Four of Wands at the end for Taurus. It is, look at that. It's the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the Seven of Cups. It is, it's changing the concept, like it being new again with this Page of Cups. Oh, did I say the Ace? I did say the Ace. It's the Page though. Isn't that funny? So there is going to definitely be an opportunity for new beginnings and feelings and emotions and love. Now with the Page of Cups though, it is this new feeling, this new journey towards choices, towards understanding what all the different choices could actually be for you. Like it opens up, look at this, there's a lot of choices. My gosh, that's a lot of choices. Now that can be a little overwhelming. And perhaps that's the next journey that you're going on. That's the next lesson. Also, I'm getting like turning your dreams and your fantasies into reality by clearing this karmic lesson. There you go, Taurus. That's kind of cool. King of Wands is at the bottom. King of Wands has a lot of choices. King of Wands, very dynamic, very attractive, flirtatious, sort of conquest energy. I'm getting like sort of conquest energy. The King of Wands right now. Okay, there you go. That was interesting. What did you guys think of the new layout and the reading? It takes me a minute to get used to it because I'm looking at everything differently too on the screen. So I hope it went okay for you, but I liked it. I think it's a really good reading. So there you go, Taurus. Thank you guys. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.